Hey guys, and welcome back to Gentle Mental Healing Out Loud. I'm your host, Arissa, and I'm so glad you're here. Last episode, we talked a little bit about seasons of growth and how it feels to move through those changes, which is a very big deal. So, this episode, I kind of want to shift it to friendships or even associates because you can't call everybody a friend, especially nowadays. But I want to get on this topic because um, through the healing process, people start to fall off. You start to realize who your real friends are, who your real family is, and just people that you've kind of like looked at in the past years, like, oh yeah, this is my friend. This is my friend. This is my friend. A lot of times we give out that title and it shouldn't be given out. So that's what we're going to talk about today. However, I want to start with it literally blows my mind how people will do you dirty, cross boundaries, and take advantage of your kindness and still expect to have access to you. Like, no, like you will get cut off even for the littlest thing because respect is non negotiable, especially nowadays, non negotiable. And people don't, it's almost like they don't like that. Like people will literally get upset at you for setting boundaries and removing yourself from their toxic behavior. It's the weirdest thing ever. I feel like I want to study that because how are you mad at me for protecting my peace because of something you did to me? Just make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. But, anyways, I want to talk about defining a true friend. My perspective on a true friend to me would be someone who has your back even when you're not in the room. You can tell the difference when someone is talking about you in a sense of like they care, like, hey, what's going on, versus someone that is just talking shit because they have nothing else better to do or they just don't like themselves and they need to, who knows. But I feel like with my healing journey and how I'm choosing to heal out loud and talk about the things that I went through, a lot of people, which I don't care, but I know for a fact a lot of people are going to take it as I am talking shit. I am not talking shit. I am describing what these people did, and if it makes you look like shit, that's not my fault. And if you feel some type of way about me healing out loud and the things that I post and the things that I'm sharing, if the shoe fits, wear it. Like I put in my bio on Instagram, I am not here to be liked. I am here to be free. And I am here to speak my truth. I never had to twist a story to make myself look better in a situation. When I tell a story, I'm going to tell what I did and what that person did. That's just what it is. So, back on topic. Sorry, I always get off topic. Um a true friend to me is somebody who speaks up for you when you don't have a voice. That is like so important to me. I feel like as a teenager, the people that I surrounded myself with that I call friends, I would be in a situation where someone was verbally attacking me or just being disrespectful. And I would have certain friends that would stick up and say something. And then I would have friends that would just sit there and be quiet or laugh along like it was just a joke. That is a big difference. And a true friend to me is someone that is definitely going to speak up because they know, like, hey, that's not cool. Um, So, also a true friend is somebody who can go months or even years without talking. And when you reconnect, it feels like no time passed. That is my favorite because I feel like as adults now, we have all this technology and we are all always in our phone. But I know it's not just me, but I feel like a lot of people sometimes are connected to their phone, but disconnected at the same time. Like you'll see the text, but have no energy to respond. You'll see the phone ringing and have no energy to pick up the phone. I go through it every single day. So I know there are a lot of other people out there that just don't have the social battery sometimes. And the people that don't get upset at you for going through that phase, no matter how long it is, and when you do finally reconnect, whether that's via text or phone, and it's like no time has passed and they're not treating you differently, they're not being weird, that is a friend. That is a friend. And I absolutely love that because sometimes it's hard to navigate life and still try to make a social life out of life. And I get it. So I don't judge my friends for those times that we don't speak and they're going through what they're going through. I'm here. You can text me, you can call me and say, hey, like I need to talk. Like that's perfectly fine. I'm always going to be here. So my friends that are like that, I do appreciate y'all. Um, Also a friend to me, they know when something's wrong, even without you saying it. And sometimes they're literally just an ear to listen. That is important to me. And again, sometimes people have so much going on in their own head that they may not realize that something is wrong with you. So you can't really get upset at them for that. But they also cannot read your mind. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling like you need a friend and you are expecting a friend to reach out to you, they can't read your mind. So you reach out to them. And then if they don't respond or they are not there for you, then that's not a friend. So you want to at least try by reaching out first, saying, hey, like I could really use a friend right now. I need to talk. Give them the chance to be like, yeah, let me make the time for you. Because people make time for things they want to make time for. So if they make the time, I would consider that a good friend. If they just brush you off, don't respond, or say, yeah, we'll make time, and then they never do, that's not a very good friend. So if you ever feel like you need a friend, I'm here. Just in case. I know what it feels like to bottle things up inside and have no one to talk to. It's not a good feeling. If you ever need a friend, feel free to reach out to me via DM. Email is fine. You can write me a letter. Like, I don't care. We need to set up a phone call. That's fine. I'll be here. Um, Another definition of a true friend to me would be someone that you can trust, not just with your life, but with your secrets. Like, it's important to have someone you can go to about anything. Like, I feel like back in the day when our parents were younger, like when they had friends, like they had friends. Because if you think about it, they didn't really grow up with like technology like we do. They didn't have all this social media. They didn't have all these distractions. Like if they were going somewhere, they were getting on the damn computer and printing out a map on MapQuest to get to where they were going. And we're journeying along together. No phones. Like it was communication. It was it was just so much more. And it's not like that nowadays. So find friends that you can trust with your life because it's not only like a good thing to have, but like it's important. It's important because when you hang around people that you can't trust, that drain your energy, that is just not living to me. I I will never ever put myself in a situation where I'm allowing someone to drain my energy and make me feel uncomfortable in their presence ever. So pick your people wisely. It's important. Another definition of a true friend is they show loyalty, they show respect, they're consistent, they don't do hurtful things and then expect forgiveness just because they've got some crazy excuse in their head that they're deserving of it. That is another big one. I feel like in a lot of the situationships I was in with people that I would call friends, they lacked loyalty. They lacked showing respect. They lacked they lacked consistency. And a lot of the times they would do hurtful things to me and I didn't have a voice. So I was not speaking up in the moment. I was just kind of like dealing with it and kind of processing in my head like why would they do that? Like confused. And when something like that happens, I kind of just like fall back. I'm just like, yeah, no, I cannot. And I think I do that because I don't like confrontation. I avoid confrontation at all costs because I'm not about to fight and argue with someone that did something fucked up to me and try to explain to them that it was fucked up. That is a waste of time. It is a waste of time. I've done it. So don't do it. If someone does something that you know is messed up, you know it's not right, and you have to explain it, like draw a picture for them that this was not okay, mm-mm. Just move away from them. The best thing you can do is just get away from them. So, lesson learned on that one. I'm telling you, you have to get away from those kind of people because they are so draining. I don't even have a name for them. I know on social media they call them demons. They are soul sucking demons that drain the life out of you because they don't have good energy. So they need to suck it out of yours, but it doesn't change them. They still stay the same. I'm going to move on a little bit to the topic, like difference between friends and associates. I feel like we get those confused a lot. I'm still learning who my friends are. Actually, no, I was learning who my friends are. I know who they are now. Um, my recent life change made me realize who my friends are. Um, but an associate is somebody who's cool to hang out with, but they're not solid. They don't have your back when it matters. So those people that you hang out and you go to the bar to get drinks or you go to dinner or you have a hangout at the house, like that's cool. But when it really comes down to it, is there trust? Is there loyalty? Is there consistency? Like one red flag to me nowadays is 1,000 red flags in one. Because if there's one red flag, there's gonna be more red flags. And I learned that the hard way. So you see a red flag, you know that gut feeling. Everyone has a gut feeling. And if you're not at that stage in your healing journey to where you're trusting that gut feeling, you gotta do some more inner work. Because my gut feeling has saved me so many times. I used to ignore it. And then the thing that I had a gut feeling about would happen. And I'm like, what the hell? So now as soon as I feel it, I speak up. I say it because I don't want it to come later on after I've not necessarily forgot about it, but kind of like put it on the back burner and kind of forgot about it. I speak up right then and there when I have a gut feeling because it saves you a lot of, no matter what it is, it saves you a lot of hurt. It saves you time. It saves you energy. It just saves you a lot dealing with it in that moment. Because those gut feelings, they don't lie. They don't. Um, a lot of people confuse associates with friends, and that is literally why they get hurt. That is why I have gone through a lot of the things that I've gone through with people, because I truly consider people a friend, even if I've only known you for a week, if I've known you for a month, if I've known you for 6 months. I consider people a friend and I give them that title, and that's my fault. I will take 100% accountability on that, calling people a friend and inviting them into my life, inviting them into my heart, and just trying to love them and thinking that they're going to treat me the same way that I treat them. And that is not how that works. You cannot expect other people to love how you love and respect them, like respect you how you respect them. Like you cannot expect that. It's not realistic. I want to give an example. I was living with the person I was dating sister, and a lot of the times she would come to me and vent, whether that was about her relationship, her life, her friendships, whatever. I would listen. I'm a good listener. So I would listen, I would give advice, make her feel better. And I realized that there were times when I would come to her because I needed someone to talk to. I needed a friend. I was a friend, so I needed a friend. And I would talk about what I was going through, and I'd stop talking and she would say nothing. She'd be on her phone. It's like she didn't hear anything that I said. So I would just get up and walk away. And it happened a few times, and I had brought it up to her once and she was like, what? Like, no, like I don't do that. Like, it's so it's so easy to just be like, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I was in my phone, or like, yeah, I'm not really a good listener, but like, that was not a friend. And the worst part about that is I considered her more than a friend. It was a sister to me. I I did that to myself by being so trusting and being so open and being so loving. That is how I was created, and I will never ever change that. But it is my fault for jumping into something so quickly and calling her sister and wanting to have that relationship, because I lived in Las Vegas with no family for like 7 years. So, and I have a lot of sisters. I have a lot of sisters and they live all over the place, but to have someone that's close to a sister was exciting. I was so excited to have someone I could do everything with, talk about everything with. And she just wasn't a good friend. I don't think she'll ever be able to be a good friend. Like the people that she hangs out with today, she's talked about badly. And hearing those things and just the patterns that I constantly went through with her. I knew, like, if I ever get on her bad side, that's gonna be me. She's gonna be talking about me. But there's nothing you can say. I was kind. I was honest. Like, until the very end of that situation separating, I was a good person. A good person. So there's really nothing else she can say. She can talk about my struggles. She can talk about my drama with my relationship. That's literally it. You can't go beyond that. You can't talk about my integrity. You can't talk about my kindness. You can't talk about my character. You can't talk about any of the stuff that really matters because it's in me, not on me. So I think that relationship was my breaking point of calling people friends and treating friends like family because it was just an eye opener. It was a huge eye opener. And again, we will save that situationship, is what we'll call it, for another episode because that's gonna be a long one. Um, but just because someone's around you doesn't mean they're really for you, and that ties into that. Like, she wanted to hang out all the time. She wanted to do this. She wanted to go do that. She wanted to do this. She wanted that. She never wanted to be alone. And sometimes, yes, that feels good because it's like, oh my God, yay, like someone wants to hang out with me. Like, yeah, she wants to do stuff together. Like, yes, it is fun. But when you hang around someone and you leave them and you feel completely drained, that's a red flag. That is a red flag. And I would ignore it. I didn't know that's what that was because I'm doing my research and I'm learning about these things to this day, but I am learning that when you are around someone and when you leave them, you are drained and you feel just, you don't want to be around those kind of people. So be careful who you call your friend. Be careful who you give your energy to. Be careful whose energy you have around you because it matters. And your body literally tells you, your body will tell you when they don't like something. You have to listen to your body. You have to love yourself more than you love hanging out with someone. You have to love yourself more than trying to be out in the crowd and be seen and be known with people that are not really for you. It's so important to listen to your body, your mind, your heart, and your soul. Because once you do that, you will be able to bring in people around you that are really for you, not people that just want you around when it's convenient for them, not people that just want to take, and take, but also want to give their time, give their advice. Like, you'll know. You'll know who your real friends are. And I hope this episode opens a lot of people's eyes to realizing who a real friend is. So I want to end with the second that you cut these people off, you will feel free. At times you will feel lonely because healing is lonely, but so is suffering. So you have to choose your lonely. Do you want to be lonely while suffering? Or do you want to be lonely by healing and being free? You will feel lighter. You'll feel like you can breathe again. You won't be pleasing anybody. And you won't feel drained. You will get your peace back, not right away, but slowly over time, your peace will come back. And peace is priceless. is priceless. It costs so much to give people your energy. So protect your energy, protect your space. You don't owe anyone access to you. Nobody, nobody, especially if they've shown you that they don't value or respect you. Believe people the first time that they show who they are, and don't be afraid to let them go. Because once they show who they are, that's who they really are. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for coming to Gentle Mental, healing out loud, and listening to me vent. I hope my episodes can resonate with you, and if so, please subscribe to my YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram at the Gentle Mental Club, and feel free to send a DM, leave comments. Please like and subscribe. Send the video to people that you may think need to hear this. And I will catch up with you guys next Sunday. Thanks again for listening, and be gentle on your mental. Bye.